Thank you very much for joining us. Hi, it's Don. It is 6:44 on the 25th of August, 2021. Hope you're doing well. Make sure you follow us wherever you're watching this on uh, YouTube. We're Radio Don number one. Um, on Twitch, we're Radio Don 55. And if you can find us on uh, Facebook, that's all. That's quite all right as well. This podcast is going to be posted on Twitter shortly after this ends. So, speaking of Twitter, a couple of days ago, I was on Twitter and I made a little video showing my little apartment, that I do mean little, and told them about my story. My story was basically that up until about last year, this time last year, I did not have a roof over my head. Because of that, I have gone through various and sundry organizations, and a few organizations helped me out. Cornerstone here in the San Fernando Valley, and another LA based organization called Brilliant Corners. They're the ones that have helped me, they're the ones that are help supporting me in getting my own apartment and all the stuff that's in it. And we're still on, thank God. This guy, once his name is Kevin. I can't remember his last name right now, but he's a lone Democrat. Wants to take all the homeless people and just shove them if you're in San Francisco, Moscone Center. If you're in LA, it's the LA Convention Center. I'm sure that the people who run the auto show next month would really get a kick out of having sharing that space with a whole bunch of homeless people. And again, you're paying for that. Whatever solution that comes from getting the homeless off the streets, you are paying for that. So instead of complaining about paying for it, why not say, look, if I'm going to spend this money anyway, if I have to spend this money anyway, would it be a good idea to spend that money wisely? To spend that money on something that would freaking work instead of arresting people and then they're back out on the street and the whole thing goes all over again like a vicious circle, and again you're paying for it. I'm sorry, but every time you ask the government to do something about it, you're paying for it. Hell, every time you ask the church to do something, and it's your church, you're paying for it. And even if it isn't, guess what? The government gets to pay for some of that as well. And my fear is that somebody with that person's attitude is going to replace our current governor next month. That's the thing that I'm worried about. So that's what I said this week. That's what I said this evening to this gentleman. That's why I'm talking to you. And maybe you might agree with me. Maybe you don't. Wherever you're listening to us, there's comments there. Put in some comments, whether live or if you listen to this on Twitch, Facebook, YouTube, or Twitter when we post this. But we really need to stop, getting all of our thoughts from talk show hosts and actually research things and take a look at it and see what can we do that is compassionate but also effective. What would be the most effective way to solve the problem humanely? And what has happened with me, it's working. I'm no longer homeless. And as the temperature goes up to over 95 in the next few days, I'm in a place that's air conditioned. I'm not worried about whether or not I will die of heat stroke. I have a sort of like an alarm system. I push the button. I tell the guy on the other end, I've fallen and I can't get up or something like that. I get to shower every night. I get to sleep on an actual mattress. I get to cook my own meals instead of filling my stuff my body with junk. By the way, doing that has helped my health. My A1C started at 14 Last time they checked, it was at 7. Thank you very much, apartment. Thank you very much, kitchen, where I can fix healthy meals by myself, for myself. But basically, that's it. Now, again, if you want to help me out, it's paypal.me/Radio Don. Once we get this thing monetized on YouTube, there'll also be a little thing um, with a heart there. It'll say thanks. It's what they call super thanks. You can click that, and you can, if $2 will help, $5 will help, $10 will help. Heck, even $50 will help. Otherwise, it's paypal.me/Radio Don. Also, what would help me would be a thumbs up on this page, so it'll help the algorithm. Also, a subscribe, and just ring the bell for all notifications. If you ring the bell for the other thing, you'll get whatever YouTube wants you to know. And the way things are going, YouTube may not want me to say anything. Anyway, I'm done for right now. We'll talk tomorrow. Take care. Good night.